Hello, welcome back to my channel. It has been like a year since I've been on here and posted. That's because I'm a real person with a real job and things like that. Actually, I'm just looking at my channel. I have not posted for about 7 months. So I wanted to go ahead and do an update. Let me do this update I want to do about my boobs because that seems to be the thing that most people are interested in. This is my 2-year update post fat transfer to the breasts. And I'm just going to go through my comments and answer the most, even though I really do. At least in the beginning, I was answering almost every single comment. And so if you actually did a little bit of digging, you can see that I've already answered a lot of your questions, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do a video on them, and I'm still gonna get the questions anyway, which is totally fine, but let's do this. So I am 2 years post fat transfer to the breasts, and they are still intact. I'm wearing a slightly padded bra. It's kind of like, it's a thin pad, and it's not huge. So this is kind of what I'm working with. Unfortunately, my weight loss journey, I was originally trying to lose weight after the fat transfer and get in shape and have the best body of my life, and turns out, yeah, my body doesn't want to lose weight. I'm not going to blame it all on my body. I'm sure I could have raged and gone harder, but like, it's been really hard. It just has. I worked out with a personal trainer for a year. Nothing, did not lose a single pound. I gained muscle. I looked a little bit better. I looked more toned, but I absolutely did not lose weight. That ended up not working out for me because working out with a personal trainer and doing heavy lifting and weight training actually wreaked havoc on my body, and I was in constant pain that I was just pushing through, thinking that, well, it's gonna get better, I'm gonna get better, I'm gonna get stronger, and it never got any easier. I never got better, and turns out my body don't like that. It don't like that. So now I've transitioned. I'm trying to do, you know, low intensity workouts. I'm trying to do walking, yoga, things like that. And those exercises are working better for my body, but I'm definitely still struggling to lose weight. So that's just my life. So let's move along. So given that I have not lost weight since my surgery, give or take 5 pounds here, 5 pounds there, gaining and losing those same 5 pounds over and over again, not much has changed in my breasts. And when I lose the weight, I'm telling you, it don't come from the breasts. And I think that this situation might be unique for me. Again, you guys have to take into account whether or not you're someone like me who cannot lose weight for the life of them. So when I have fat on my body, that fat does not want to move. It does not want to leave my body. And I think that's why over, you know, the 2 years, I have been able to maintain all of the fat transferred. I think that's also why I've been able to maintain a larger amount of fat that was transferred to my breasts. So I'm just gonna run through the comments now. We're gonna do a little Q&A. Let me see here. You look amazing. Thank you. Thank ya. How many times did you need to get fat transfer to go from an A cup to where you are now? And how much did it cost? I have only gotten the surgery once. I won't do it again. I will tell you that much. I will not do this twice. Okay, I had the surgery once and I was an A cup. You can look at my previous video. I show you my before, and I mean, I wasn't even an A cup. I was just like you'll just go watch the video. Okay, I don't know what else to say. And now I'm probably like a C cup, I would say. So that just happened to be what happened with me. How much did it cost? My surgery cost around $3,500. The numbers are not exact in my brain anymore. It's been 2 years, but I know I've posted it in the comments. But I believe the surgery was $3,500 for full lipo 360 with the fat transfer to the breasts, and then I paid an additional like $1,000 or something like that for the massages, the post lymphatic drainage massages after surgery, so that was like another $1,000. So I think in total with supplies, garments, things like that, it's around $5,000 that I paid. That is a low price, low end of the scale pricing for something like this. I think most people can expect to pay around $7,000 to $10,000 for something like this. But if you know your way around the plastic surgery clinics in Miami, Florida, which is where I am born and raised, then and you do your research, you can find something at an affordable price. Leading into that, who is my doctor? I have said this a million times. My doctor was Thomas Payne, Dr. Thomas Payne in Miami, Florida. All right, moving on. This is another question. So, does it actually make the parts they took the fat from skinnier, firmer, or more toned? I need a preventative mastectomy, and I love fat transfer. Yes, so wherever they are taking your fat from, you're going to be leaner in, and it's gonna be more toned. I have a very toned stomach, and it's also really easy to get my stomach to be toned if I just do some, sit-ups for like a few weeks. My stomach will get toned and pretty in shape pretty fast, especially if you do consistent workouts with it to help. It's not gonna be like, it's not foolproof. Like, you can't just like gorge yourself and not do any kind of exercise whatsoever and expect that it's going to always be like flat as a board. But yes, the areas that are lipoed will be a lot firmer. At least that's how it is for me in my experience. Does this work with fat from a donor? No, you cannot get fat from somebody else. I think the only way that I've seen that might be able to work is if you have a biological twin, and you're identical and you have everything the same. That might be the only way that you would be able to get somebody else's fat for this. Other than that, you have to do this with your own fat. And don't even quote me on the twin thing. Like, I might be wrong. This is in regard to my fat necrosis. Wait, so you're okay with these lumps? You're not going to get them removed? They're just going to stay there? Yeah, I'm not going to go under the knife, risk another scar to get an underlying bump like that you can't even see on the surface removed. It's not hurting anyone. It's not bothering anyone. It's benign. I don't feel it unless I am digging for it. So I'm fine with the little bit of fat necrosis that I have. I'm 158, 5'1", and I want to have as much weight as possible for my breast fat transfer. How much did you weigh when you went into surgery? 160 pounds, I believe I was. I was about 160 pounds when I went into surgery, and I am 5'3". Are you happy with it? Yes, I am happy with my fat transfer to the breasts. The only downside of it, I would say, is having and my breasts are not even huge, I'm not walking around here with saddlebags popping around. But going from absolutely nothing to just normal boobs, I would say that it's an adjustment just in terms of sleeping. You have things in the way now, when you sleep on your chest. Something else that is weird is boob sweat, sweating on your boobs. That's weird. I never experienced that before. And yeah, just having to wear bras now. I never had to wear bras, which was actually a really nice luxury and something to think about. If you hate wearing bras, bras are not comfortable. So now I do have to wear bras, and I have to go out of my way to find really comfortable ones, and bras are expensive. So it's a new lifestyle for sure. What happens if you lose weight after the procedure? I did a lot of CrossFit and upper body training, but I'm flat as a board with loose skin from weight loss. I can't stand it. I wish I could tell you earnestly what happens after you lose weight after getting something like this done, But to be honest, I haven't lost weight. I mean, I've toned up, I've gained muscle, I've replaced fat with muscle, but losing fat is truly so incredibly hard for me. And I can't say. From what I am being told, and just from, there was a period of time where I did lose some weight and then I gained weight back, you know, give or take 5 to 10 pounds. Nothing really changed that much. You just are yourself, and then your proportions are as is, and then everything shrinks, so the proportions still look the same. You're not like, and from my understanding, in general, you cannot like lose weight from one specific spot. You lose weight as a whole on your entire body. So when you lose weight, everything is just going to shrink, but the proportions are going to stay the same. So as far as loose skin, I'm not really sure how. Maybe if you do fat transfer, that'll help the loose skin, putting something in it. Why isn't your channel more popular? You're so funny. I don't know. Share my profile, guys. Share my profile. I need a little side hustle and a little money coming in from this, damn it. I'm 29, pretty thin. I weighed 135 and had lipo 360 with fat transfer to the breasts. I'm done having babies. And man, did I wish I know how hard it was going to be, mentally and physically. Yes, girly. It's a bit of a recovery, but I'm sure you are doing better now, my love, and it'll be worth it. Oh, another question that I get asked a lot is, how many cc's of fat did I get? Girlie, I don't know, child. I was asleep on the table. I was knocked out. They had anesthesia on me. I was fucking sleeping, and they were pulling fat from my abdomen, my back, my arms, my, you know, I don't know how many cc's they got, and I don't know how many cc's they injected, and my doctor, it might be in a file somewhere, but when you get out of surgery, you're just there like, we're trying to recover and do your best. I'm not worried about how many cc's. I'm worried about just looking at my tits and making sure that they're not falling off, they're not black from necrosis, and that they look at like a decent size. So the exact number of cc's of fat that was taken or injected, I genuinely do not know. I don't know. It was not important to me. I think a lot of people get caught up on a specific number, that the fat that's going to be taken out and that's going to be injected. This is not breast implants, and that's something you guys need to remember. Yeah, if you're getting breast implants, you want to know what cc it is, you know, the sizing, everything. But this is not breast implants. You cannot guarantee what amount of cc you're going to end with. The doctor takes out as much fat as they can that's safe, that's gonna look good, and then they put in as much fat that is safe and that is gonna look good, okay? And then your body absorbs some of that fat back, so at the end of the day, whatever they put in versus what was absorbed by your body and what actually stays is gonna be different. So I don't think that this particular procedure, fat transfer to the breast, is something that you really need to be dogging on cc's for and trying to hit an exact amount. It is a crapshoot whether or not you are gonna get what you want. Whether or not you're gonna get enough fat taken out, whether or not the fat's gonna stay. It's a risk. This surgery is a risk. Every surgery is a risk, and you're not really gonna know what it is. I mean, your doctor can tell you, you know, from their experience as much as possible, but I don't think really worrying about cc's is going to be that. This isn't the kind of procedure where you're stressing about cc's. It is if you're going to get a breast implant. So that's what I have to say about how many cc's and yada yada yada. Everyone's being so nice about my body. I'm, you know, despite having plastic surgery, I'm still very insecure with my body. I feel like I'm, you know, I just like kind of look too big. I would like to be smaller, and you know, that's my own thing. So everyone's being really sweet and saying kind things about what I look like. I appreciate that. You're kind. I think I've answered all of the questions that like I tend to get hit up with the most. So I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna try to post more this year. Fingers crossed. And comment, talk to me, what's up? I barely use my Instagram that I have connected to this account. I just have my personal, to be honest. Who has time to be doing these little fake photo shoots and posting on Instagram? I don't have time for it. I don't have the patience for it. God bless the influencers that can sit there and be like, we're doing content today. Like, I can't do it. So I'm a terrible influencer. I'm not great at content creation. I don't like to be fake. I just like to like talk and say how I feel. And I don't know. Hopefully I make a couple dollars off sharing my experience here. Buy me a coffee. I love you and thank you for watching and talk soon. Okay, bye.